All right. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but Brock Purdy needs to bounce back this year. He needs to do something differently this year. What is that thing, in your opinion?
He's just got to be more decisive. He's got to be more decisive because that's what leads to you holding the ball too long. That's what leads to you scrambling maybe too early or too late. And just be smart, like more decisive. And that includes like pre-snap. Like I know like pre-snap, like a lot of defenses are going to be like tricking you, masking up, and it's not going to look the same like post-snap 2.5 seconds later. You just still got to be more decisive. That timer's got to go in your head because, again, this guy does not have a Jalen Hurts offensive line. This is where it always gets me. It's like offensive line is not that good or really bad. No. It's not that good. It's just not really bad. And if Brock Purdy actually is a little more decisive, has that little ticker in his head, then he's not facing that pressure. He's not getting smacked. He's not getting sacked. He's not throwing errant passes under pressure because you got to know what you have, man. You can't just be like, you have all this luxury time just to kick it back there and bake a cake. Like, you need to get going, brother. Like, you need to figure out, like, okay, this guy's not open. This is not open. I'll shoot. I can't. There's got to be better ways you're going with your decision making. And the more you do that, then it's going to be the pressure rate's going to go down. Your offensive line is going to be fairly accredited versus getting overly criticized. Because, look, I think there's got to be at least a middle point where the people who think that offensive line is horrendous versus Brock Purdy is like great. Because it's like at least like you got to some of that put more of that in the quarterback because the quarterbacks are responsible for a lot of pressures too. Hell, Russell Wilson used to do that all the time. People used to be like, Russell Wilson has a terrible offensive line. It's like, no, it's kind of a large part of his fault because he's just not like he's kind of getting a little too weird back there. Like, just please improve your decision making. Figure out how you're going to the ball. Be more polished up in that, so that way the decisions don't get messed up. You don't get smacked back there, and it just the offense doesn't stall out, especially in those red zones.
It seemed like he was trying to be a playmaker last year. Like he was trying to show, like when he first got in the league, people called him a point guard, right? He was just distributing the ball. He got compared to Drew Brees. He didn't play anything like Drew Brees last year. I don't know who he was. He played more like Caleb Williams.
They call him Drew Brees because he sits in the pocket and he's short, which is like dumb. It's like these lazy analysis, man. Come on.
Yeah, he played like Caleb Williams last year. He was indecisive. He held the ball too long. I'd like to see him get the ball out of his hands quicker. I'd like to see him check the ball down more. I mean, I think we kind of all roasted him early in his career, and I think he heard it and tried to show that he's more than that. All right, man, you got it. We proved it. You're better when you check the ball down. You have some of the best check down options in the league. And what's more, you're not that great of a deep passer. You're not going to make that much of a living throwing fade routes up the sideline, but you can always hit your running backs on wheel routes. Like that's how you can stretch the field. So I'd like to see him check the ball down more and throw to his running backs more than he did last year. Because once McCaffrey was out, it seemed like he was like, I'm not throwing to running backs. No, you have to. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just
They're
a lack of trust.
And faster than you are, Brock.
Yeah, there's definitely a lack of trust on his part. It's kind of hard to neglect on that. Like it's not even just because like be a check down merchant or whatever. It's like it's not only because like it's a safe play. It's like no, that's the right play. Just make this is what I'm saying. Be a smart decision maker, and that's the right play.
That's what he did when he was a rookie, right? He was just making the right play so much more consistently than even Jimmy was.
Oh, 1,000%. Because it's like, oh, cool. He's hitting the 10-yard dagger, or the 15-yard dagger, the slants, the check down. It's like the drives are sustaining. That's what we want. Which is like it's almost like the way the Shanahan's offense works passing game a lot of times. It's like sometimes like the second or third option is supposed to be the check down, or maybe in the primary just to see what clears out. And it's like it's giving defenses different variations. It's like, okay, we went across the middle 3 times in the last 5 plays. Oh, guess what? We're gonna flood it. Oh, you're gonna do that? Check down McCaffrey, check down Kittle. Now it's like, great. Now we got to try to come up there. Cool. Now the zone is open 15 yards down the field. We're going to go back there. Like, just keep shifting to where almost like they say offense coordinator says all the time, it's taking what the defense gives you and not forcing anything, especially when you're a quarterback who's not physically gifted like a Purdy. Like if you're a Mahomes or a Lamar or Josh Allen or a Burrow, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, of course I'm down for him to do all that. But Purdy is not a great elite quarterback like that. Let's just take what they're giving us. And if our skill players aren't winning their matchups or finding the creases, let's not take that risk. Let's make the smart play because the offense as a whole is an excellent one. And if you if you utilize it, then you are that point guard. That, and look, I don't even think the point guard thing is like even a bad thing. It's like point guards are important too. You're just not a scoring point guard. So point guards back, like, look, Steve Nash was like probably like one of the later becomings of like scoring point guards and assist makers. Like he was assist and like good playmaking. Like you could be that, Purdy. You could still have those moments like you did in 2023 where you're making all those plays. You have those deep routes to Ayuk and Kittle sometimes. And then you just let your players sometimes do the work. And it's kind of working cohesively and not just making it all rest on your shoulders, because it's not. Like you need to rely on the players that you have there, because you do have a lot of talent that you can work with.
People say that his best trait is his processing, and it may be, but like, let's define that term. Like processing to me is making fast decisions that are also good decisions. Like that's essentially what processing is, right? Not just, I mean, anyone could sit in the pocket for 7 seconds and figure out what the coverage is and figure out where the ball's supposed to go. But can you do that in 2 seconds? And I thought I think we thought he could do that early on, but last year, I don't think he did much of either of those things. He held the ball a long time and didn't necessarily make the best decisions when he did finally make a decision. So I think we need to see him get back to like the processing Brock, not the playmaker Brock.
Yeah. That starts also too, even before the snap, like a little bit. Like again, I get it. Like people are going to disguise, but I don't think like every defense is disguising like that heavily, right? Sometimes they're just playing it straight up. So I just think like if just making the right, better call and just trying to play more instinctually, where your processing just comes second nature. And that again ties into those bad habits. Like, are you doing that too much during practice? Or are you doing too much of the game? Because it's going to translate. So if you're able to get that like that instinct back into you and just really grow from there, then we're cooking here. We're able to really to ascend as an offense. Because look, we're so much talk about Purdy, even from my angle, is just like, is he going to be 2023 or 2024? Like, how about let's get him to 2023 and let's get a little bit more than that? Because look, we paid you because we want you to be 2023 version, but we obviously want you to be better. Why? Because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So let's see you actually try to grow upon, and that's one area we'd like to see. And that's like making better decisions, prospecting, fast, timely, knowing when to move off a receiver, how fast you move off a receiver, why you moved off it. Because even moving off a receiver too early or too fast or too late, that's detrimental too. Like it's like, oh man, like the answer was right there and I passed on the answer.
It'd be a shame if this contract compelled him to do too much like he did last year. Like he has to justify all this money.